The aluminum can you drank from this morning could be back on a store shelf, full again, in as little as 60 days, not melted into something else, a can again. And it can do this over and over, forever, without ever wearing out. This is the journey of a single can. It begins the moment the can lands in a recycling bin. Across the world, used cans are collected by the hundreds of thousands. In the United States alone, nearly 90,000 are recycled every single minute. They're trucked to a recovery facility where the real work begins, separating aluminum from everything else. First, powerful magnets pull out any steel. Because aluminum isn't magnetic, it stays behind. Then comes a clever machine called an eddy current separator. It creates a field that actually repels the aluminum, launching the cans forward off the belt, away from the rest of the waste. In seconds, a chaotic stream of trash becomes a clean flow of pure aluminum. The sorted cans are fed into a baler, which crushes them under enormous pressure into dense cubes. Each bale can hold thousands of cans, squeezed tight to save space and make them easy to ship to the recycling plant. At the plant, the bales are broken apart and torn into small, coin-sized pieces. Shredding does two things. It makes the metal melt faster, and it exposes every surface, ready for the next step, getting rid of the paint. Those colorful printed designs have to go. The shredded pieces pass through a decoating oven where carefully controlled heat burns away all the paint, ink, and lacquer without melting the aluminum itself. What comes out the other side is clean, bare metal. Now the heat goes up. The clean fragments are tipped into a furnace and melted at around 660 degrees Celsius until solid metal turns into a glowing river of liquid aluminum. And here's the magic. This uses about 95% less energy than making aluminum from scratch out of raw ore. As it melts, impurities float to the surface as a layer called dross. Workers skim it away, leaving behind a pool of pure, molten aluminum, bright, mirror-smooth, and almost blindingly hot. The molten metal is poured into molds and cooled into massive solid blocks called ingots. Some of these slabs weigh several tons, each one holding the metal of well over 1 million recycled cans, all waiting to become cans again. Each ingot is reheated and sent through a rolling mill. Giant steel rollers press it again and again, squeezing a block thicker than a mattress down into a thin sheet just a fraction of a millimeter thick. With every pass, it gets longer, thinner, and faster, until it's racing through the mill. The finished sheet is wound into enormous coils. A single coil can stretch for many kilometers if unrolled, a continuous ribbon of recycled aluminum, ready to become the bodies of brand new cans. The coil is fed into a press that punches out small circles called blanks, hundreds of them every second. The leftover sheet between the circles isn't wasted. It's collected and sent straight back to be melted again. In this process, almost nothing is thrown away. Each flat blank is then cupped and forced through a series of rings in a process called drawing and ironing. In a fraction of a second, a flat disc is stretched upward into the tall, thin, seamless body of a can, its walls now thinner than a sheet of paper, yet strong enough to hold the pressure of a fizzy drink. The blank cans are washed, dried, and spun past printing wheels that wrap them in color. Logos, designs, and text applied in a single rapid rotation. Then they're coated, cured, and inspected for the smallest flaw. Finally, the cans are filled, and a lid is locked on with a tight double seam, sealing the contents in an instant. From here, they're packed, loaded, and sent back out to stores. And that's the loop. The same metal, used again and again, with no end. Nearly 3 out of 4 aluminum cans ever made are still in use somewhere today. So the next time you finish a drink, don't throw that can away. Recycle it, and in 60 days, you might just be holding it again. If you enjoyed this, stick around. There's a whole world of everyday things waiting to be taken apart, step by step.